Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID 19. Here in this module, in the process of revision, we are going to discuss about the Great Indian Desert, coastal plains, and islands. As in the earlier module, we discussed about the peninsular plateau. So here we are going to discuss next to that topic. So let us discuss, students. The Indian Desert. The Indian desert lies to the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. This Aravalli Hill is lying in this region. So just a western margin to this Aravalli Hill, there is Great Indian Desert. It is an undulating sandy dunes. Undulating means up and down movement kind of feature is created by this dunes, sand dunes, or you can say the desert. Here in this picture also you can see that land is not uniform. Somewhere it is creating like a plateau region, or up and down movement is there on the surface. This region receives a very low rainfall below 150 mm. 150 mm you can calculate, it is 15 centimeter. About 15 centimeter annual rainfall is received by this region, this area. It has arid climate with low vegetation cover. Arid climate means a very warm and dry climatic condition is there. Streams appear during the rainy season. Only one river is found in this area, that is Luni River, that is visible during the rainy season only. Soon after they disappear into sand as they do not have enough water to reach the sea. Luni is the only large river in this region. The Barkans crescent shaped dunes. Here, whatever this shape is visible, this is only known as Barkans. Cover a large area, but longitudinal dunes become more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. If you visit Jaisalmer, you may go to see a group of Barkans. If you want to see, so you need to visit this region, Jaisalmer. The coastal plains. The peninsular plateau is flanked by a stretch of narrow coastal strip running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. So there are both the side coastal plains created by the peninsular rivers, the running water of rain, the western coast sandwiched between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea. So as here, this is the Western Ghat marked as this dark color, or this plateau region you can see. So that Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea. So between these two, there is a plain area created. That is only the Western coastal plain. It is narrow because a very high slope is there of this Western Ghat. It consists of three sections. There are three sections of this Western coastal plain that are, the northern part of the coast is called Konkan from Mumbai to Goa. So if you visit from Mumbai to Goa, that is referred as Konkan. Then the central stretch is Kannada Plains. So the middle part is the Kannada plain, whatever this region, and the southern stretch is referred as the Malabar coast. So this is Malabar coast, whatever this area is there. Now to the west eastern coast side, the plain along the Bay of Bengal are wide and level. So the plain created in this eastern side that are wide and leveled, uniform in their slope. In northern part, it is referred as the northern circle, as in the map it is given, northern circle. While the southern part is known as coast, Coromandel coast given here. The large rivers such as Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, and the Kaveri have formed extensive delta on this coast. So you can see here delta region also created by these different rivers, as the delta, these distributaries are looking of these rivers, and these areas delta has been created by these different rivers, the Mahanadi delta, the Godavari delta, the Krishna delta, Krishna and Kaveri delta. Lake Chilika. Lake Chilika is here is an important feature along the eastern coast, as it is the lagoon lake and have saltwater lake. The islands. If you see in this map, both the side, to the western side this Lakshadweep group of islands, and in the eastern side Andaman and Nicobar islands can be seen. So India have two group of islands. So look at the Lakshadweep island group lying close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. So this region is the Lakshadweep group of islands. This group of island is composed of a small coral islands. So we'll discuss in another slide about the corals. Earlier they were known as Lakadev, Minicoy and Amendev. In 1973 these were named as the Lakshadweep. So earlier there were three different names of these places, and in 1973 these were given as Lakshadweep. It covers a small area about 32 square kilometer. So you can understand how much area is there of these islands. Very small islands scattered. Kavaratti Island is the administrative headquarter of the Lakshadweep. This island groups has great diversity of flora and fauna. As there are different islands, so there is variation seen in the flora and fauna found there. The Piti Island, which is uninhabited, has a bird sanctuary. So there is one bird sanctuary also on Piti Island. Now you see that elongated chain of island located in the Bay of Bengal extending from north to south here. So this is Andaman and Nicobar Island. These are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are bigger in size and are more numerous and scattered. In comparison to this Lakshadweep island, these are bigger in size and scattered also, having a longer area covered, larger area covered. The entire group of island is divided into two broad categories, Andaman in the north and Nicobar in the south. So the southern part is Nicobar Island and the northern part is Andaman Island. It is believed that these islands are an elevated portion of submarine mountains. So it is believed whatever these islands are visible here, that may be the peaks of different mountains under the sea. So these island groups are of great strategic importance for the country. Of course, this is providing a extension over this large sea and ocean part. There is a great diversity of flora and fauna in this group of island too. Means similar to the Lakshadweep island, Andaman and Nicobar islands also experience diversity in flora and fauna. These islands lies close to equator, as here you can see 8-degree latitude is shown here. So you can think how nearer these islands to the equator. So they experience equatorial climate and has thick forest cover. So thick forest cover and equatorial climate is found in these islands. Now corals. Coral polyps are short-lived microscopic organisms, means very small tiny organisms are there which live in colonies. Colonies means in groups, in large groups. These are living. They flourish in shallow water. Shallow and mud-free water means water is shallow but there is no mud and warm water is there. So they flourish, they grow in this region and they secrete calcium carbonate. The coral secretion and their skeleton means as they secrete calcium carbonate, so because of their secretion and their skeleton from form coral deposits in the form of reefs. So these reefs are mainly of three kinds: barrier reef, fringing reefs, and atolls. You can see these different types of reefs created by these corals. The different shapes are created. Here, the reefs are created all around, and in the middle there is water. Here, a different type of barrier kind of structure is created, and here around a landmass, around a island, these reefs has been created, fringing reefs. So this way there is different names given to these different reefs according to the shape created by the corals. The Great Barrier Reef of Australia. This is the Great Barrier Reef of Australia is the good example of first kind of coral reef. Means first kind is that barrier reef. Atolls are circular, as here given circular, not perfect circle but circular, and horseshoe shaped are coral. Horseshoe, you can see from one side these are encircling, another side it is open, so it is representing the horseshoe. Thank you, students. We'll meet in the next module with new topics. Thank you. Have a nice day.